guys, welcome back. Troy and Laura from Journey Unknown here. Laura's still got a bit of a cough from a cruise that we've just been on, which is Voyager of the Seas, and it went from Singapore to Bali to Australia. But we're going to run down on all the tricks and tips that might help you guys on your next cruise, or it might even encourage you to go on a cruise.
Yeah, so we went on the Royal Caribbean. This is our second time on the Royal Caribbean. So we have a pretty good understanding of how the ships work or how the company works. And our first cruise together was on the Quantum from Hawaii to Australia. And like Troy said, this one is on Voyager of the Seas from Singapore to Australia. So we've done our fair share of nights cruising, and basically this video is to help you guys on what you need to know if you're going to go on a cruise, or some tips that could help you for your next cruise, even if you're a seasoned cruiser. Yeah,
that's right. There's a lot to unpack because there's so many different little avenues and things that you should take, and a lot of different rules on the ship about boarding and about what luggage you can take. Can you take alcohol? All these sort of things. So we're going to unpack everything for you guys to make it a little bit easier for you on your next cruise.
Yeah, and just to give you a bit of a heads up, this is really about Royal Caribbean, what we've learnt. So we don't know whether these things apply to other cruise ships. Let's get into it. Number one thing, before you go on any cruise or any overseas holiday, you need a passport, okay? It must have 6 months validity from when you return, okay? Otherwise you will need to renew your passport. So you can't do anything without these. You can't go overseas without a passport. Make sure you've got it, make sure it's valid.
Yeah, make sure it's in your hand luggage and with you at all times, because even though you might board the ship from Australia and go out into international waters and come back, you might need to show your passport coming back in. Every ship has different rules. Most times they will take your passport off you and give you your little cruise card.
The other thing is, you need your passport obviously at the airport, so it's better to just keep it on you, either in a safe pocket or in a bum bag or in an over shoulder satchel sort of bag, okay, because you're going to need your passport and your boarding card a lot. Second thing before you go overseas or on a cruise is you need money.
Yeah, it's better off to go to your foreign exchange and exchange your money before you even get into a different country, because obviously the rates are going to be different.
Yeah, so we've got a shop near us. It's called Melbourne Currency Exchange. There's plenty around in most cities. We go there to get cash. Okay, so we don't take out a heap of cash, but some places you do need cash. A lot of places still use card only, but there are places that still really like cash, especially some taxis.
It's good to have both. It's good to have your credit card, your overseas credit card, which Laura's got in her hand right now.
One that we use is a Qantas Pay card, which is very handy. Obviously, we are Qantas frequent flyer members, but with the Qantas card, it is actually limited to only 10 currencies. So be careful where you're going, because you may need to find a different avenue. It might not work for you. So for example, the Qantas card currently doesn't offer currency for Bali, so we had to get cash out for Bali. Talking about the Qantas card, or talking about whatever travel card you use, you want to assign that to your account on the ship, okay? So make sure you got enough money on your card to cover any expenses that you incur on the ship.
The other good thing I'll say about the Qantas card is you can have an app and you can basically transfer from currency to currency, and you can pick the particular times of how good your dollar is at that particular moment. So you might think, oh, the Australian dollar's not that great at the moment, so I'll wait before I transfer it over, and then you can move it backwards and forth.
Yeah, and it takes about a day to transfer the money from your bank account to your travel card, or vice versa. So at the end of the trip, if you got money left over, you can transfer it back to Australian dollars, or you can just leave Australian dollars on your card. But that's the Qantas one. Okay, so the next point is packing and your carry-on items.
Yeah, probably don't take too many tips from us, because we packed way too many things. But the thing about cruising is they have different theme nights, and there's different array of clothing that you might need. So it's quite difficult. Yeah. And you don't know what the weather's really going to be like. So.
No, and they only tell you that about a week out. So check your emails. And on our particular cruise, they had a 70s night, an 80s night, a 50s, 60s night actually too.
They had a white night, a red night, a glamour night.
Yeah. They had 3 formal dress nights. They had a festive one because it's Christmas as well. So
look, you don't have to do them all.
Yeah.
But it's nice to actually get into the theme of things.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the day that we departed, we actually stopped into Kmart on the way to the airport. And luckily we did, because I came across these packing cubes. So they're very handy. Normally, you know, you'll just put everything into your suitcase. But I came across these and they just made sorting out my suitcase so much easier, which you would have seen at the airport because I was overweight. So, tops, bottoms, underwear, accessories, a bag for your shoes,
Got the works.
skincare, toiletries, and electronics.
Well, if you're like me, you just put it all in the one bag.
Well, my suitcase got very messy along the journey because we were away for a while. So it was nice to know that all my electronics were in the one place, all my toiletries were in the one place, and the clothes were just a disaster.
Yeah.
Anyway, packing, that's a handy little tip.
It was actually quite good.
Going on the plane, we all have these little travel cases.
Yeah, they're great.
Now they got a strap, they've got a little elastic part at the back which hooks onto your big suitcase handle, so you don't have to carry this, and they've got lots of compartments. So this one's by Neri, and this is where I normally keep our passports. These little areas are handy for chargers and things, and then they've got two big zips, and look out, that's quite deep. You can fit a lot of things in there.
I put my drone in mine because I prefer that in hand luggage so it doesn't get lost.
And you need your batteries in hand luggage.
Yeah, that's right. Your lithium batteries need to be in hand luggage.
Same as your GoPro batteries.
And also keep in mind they've just come out with some new rules that they're not going to allow you to take your portable chargers on planes.
Yeah. The other thing I want to show you with this style is, so this is my laptop, and this sits on here and zips it up. So when I get on the plane and we're ready to use our devices, I can just take that out and use that. So that is very handy.
You can even put a bottle of wine in there.
You can. It's lightweight,
Very
but
light.
it's a hard case, so nothing's going to break. So get yourself one of these.
Conveniently, you don't have to have it in the overhead locker. They conveniently fit under the chair in front of you. So yeah, it's a great addition, that.
Yeah. What else do we use on the plane? For comfort, I mean, you need a good set of noise cancelling headphones. Now, these have had Texie to them, but they're still in good nick. So, noise cancelling headphones. Now, if you haven't travelled on the plane in a while, they do offer headphones. These are the plain ones. Troy conveniently kept these. So they're little earbuds. They've got a double adapter at the bottom. That's for when you've got the screen in front of you. These are the aeroplane headphones that they give you. Now, can you use your own? Yes, you can, but you can't Bluetooth. So what you need to get is an audio jack.
Well, that's why I kept this, because if you do happen to get this off the plane,
Which is here.
you can pull this out. You can cut this off and just use this part here, and that plugs directly into your...
So I was reading on the plane screen that you don't actually have to have the double plug. They said if you've got wired headphones, you only need one audio jack to plug into the two-prong outlets. You're going to need an audio cable for your headphones to be able to connect to the plane screen.
Because the ones they give you on the plane are terrible.
Yeah.
Like, you can hardly hear, they hurt your ears after a while.
They fall out, they're awful. So
I mean, they're better than nothing, but yeah, that's a good tip, that one.
yeah. Travel pillows, you would have seen the morning that we left, again from Kmart. I got myself a travel pillow. This one is very good. It's nice and squishy, and it comes with a hoodie. I got this the right way. Yeah. So it gives you a lot of support, and then when you want to go to sleep, you put your hoodie on,
and you can even do this part up.
Yep, you can do that up. It's got drawstrings that you can tighten, and it keeps you nice and warm. So that's mine. Troy's got...
I just have the blow-up one.
His old blow-up one, but
I've had that since 1975.
But it is very convenient and compact, so you don't have to carry that big thing around.
That's exactly why I have it and like it.
And then if you really need to have a deep sleep, an eye mask is always good to block out the light. But planes are pretty good these days. Once you've taken off, had food, they tend to dim the lights and everyone can relax. So that is your plane items. The other thing you might need is just a cable to charge your devices, just a USB one.
Yeah, some great tips there. If you guys have got any, please let us know in the comments, because you're always learning different ways to travel, and that's just how we do it. But you might have something better than what we do.
Yep. The other thing that we just need to mention before you head on your journey is you need to download your cruise ship app.
Get onto that as early as you can, or keep looking at their website, because they have every bit of information on the ship on that actual app. Whether it's restaurants, what time you want to dine, what activities there are on the ship, what ports you're going to, what excursions, and they've got packages like a drinks package, for instance, and they have specials. So they might have the drinks package at 50% off. So it was 50% off at one stage, and it worked out to be about $80 Australian per day for the alcohol package, and that's, you can unlimited drinks up to $15.
Yeah, unlimited alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks.
Up to $15 US. So that's it's a massive saving if you buy 5 drinks a day and you're pretty much hitting your limit.
And you like soft drinks and you like your coffees, like
all
barista
included.
Coffees. Yeah.
And they also have like just soft drink packages.
They do.
But yeah, get the app and constantly look at that. You can even, if you get it at 50%, you could even buy the drinks package. One thing I will say about the drinks package is they want both people from the same stateroom to buy the package, so that can get you. I've contacted them before on the Quantum and said, Laura hardly drinks, so they allowed me to have it, but on the Voyager they didn't. So I didn't have the drinks package on the Voyager, but Kimberly did.
Yeah, but Bill also had Harrison in his room, so he has a minor, so he can't drink anyway. So that's why how he kind of got away with it as well. Yeah. But anyway, so that's getting yourself to your destination. Hopefully that's helped. You're about to get to your cruise terminal. Be prepared. Please.
Yeah. They'll give you an allocated time to board the ship that you can select on your app and when you check in. And obviously not everyone follows those sort of directions, and people, it's like traveling, they get a bit antsy and a bit, rush. So stay patient, don't cut lines. And
just be respectful. Look, we're all going to get on the ship. Yeah. The staff are doing the best that they can, and you can't help the weather, okay? All these terminals are outside normally. Some of them are undercover, but there's 3,000 plus people to get on a cruise ship. You just need to be patient.
3,500 people. Depends where you're boarding from, but we boarded from Singapore, so it was quite hot. So when you initially arrive at the front of your ship, you'll drop your large bags off. So make sure that you have all your passports, all your visas, everything that, depending on the country that you're going to, everything that you physically need to show the cruise line as you're boarding. Make sure you've got that on you. Yeah. Don't leave it in your large luggage, because they'll pick your bag up, it'll go straight on the ship, and then it'll take them ages to find it.
That's right. Whatever you need for the day of the first day of your cruise, have it in your carry-on, because
sunscreen, swimmers,
chargers, hats. Your luggage is not going to be delivered like that. No. It took us hours. It took us all day for us. I think we got our luggage about 8 o'clock at night. Yeah. So, I said, there's about 3,500 people. So you need to just...
Yeah, have your things with you that you need, medication, everything, all those sort of things. So
now, the other thing you need for check-in is on the app, the day or two before, you will have your boarding pass. So you need to have that in your Apple or Samsung Pay wallet, okay? They will ask you, where's your boarding pass? You show them, it's got your stateroom, it's got your room number and stuff on it. Read the conditions, the terms and conditions in your cruise ship, because some cruises do allow you to take alcohol and drinks on board. You're supposed to take them in your carry-on. However, I think you can maybe get away with it in your check-in luggage. But if it gets found, it's just going to get taken off you. Yeah. We did the right thing. We put 1 bottle of wine in all of our carry-ons, except for Harrison. And you're also allowed up to 6 cans of drink or 6 bottles of something, like as in non-alcoholic drinks. You're
not allowed spirits or beer.
No.
The rest is fine. You can take 750 mils per person.
Yeah.
And I'd strongly advise to do that. Drinks can be quite expensive, and you might be in your room and you might just want a glass of wine.
Even soft drink can be expensive when you convert it back to whatever currency.
Well, that's right. Well, a can of soft drink I think was $3.50 US. So you're looking near $5
a drink.
A can.
Yeah. So you need to have those in your carry-on, so you can declare them as you go through security. But that is the check-in procedure. As we said, main thing is to be prepared, but be calm, be respectful, be patient. Once you're on the ship, you can do what you want.
Everyone's going to get on the ship at one point of time. They're not going to leave you behind. So just stand in the line, have a yarn to people around you. It's an exciting time. Doesn't need to be daunting.
Your passport is like your wallet and your phone. Always have it handy with you, and your boarding passes.
Another great tip is take a photo of your passport.
Yes.
Because like I said earlier, once you get on the ship, they take your passport off you.
We did get caught out with our visas. So we had the understanding that the ship organises all the visas, and they can, but you can do it yourself. So we didn't actually get a visa for Bali. That's okay. They asked for it at check-in. They said, "Have you got your visa?" And we said, "No, we didn't know we had to get one."
Well, yeah, my understanding was that you could get it whilst you're on the ship, but before you get to Bali, like a day or so prior.
But if you know you're going to Bali, get it in Australia. Just download it, have it on your phone. It's all done. It's all paid for. It's just one less thing you don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
We had 3 days to get our visa, but luckily the ship did it for us.
Yeah, so they charge $35 US, which is around $50. So.
Yeah.
All right, so you're on the ship now, and it's exciting times ahead, but you cannot do anything until you have checked off your muster station. And what that means is you'll go to your room, you'll drop your hand luggage off, you'll get your key, you'll get your sea pass. This will be at your door in an envelope. It might be different on other cruises, but this is what we experienced. And go into your room, turn your television on. We didn't know this, no one told us this, so we just turned the TV on to have a look at the Royal Caribbean TV, and you've got to go through your safety briefing there. So gone are the days where they used to make you put your life jacket on, walk up to deck 4 and get signed off, listen to a whole briefing about safety. Now it's in your room, and you've got to tick a box after you've watched the actual episode on the safety. Once you've done that, then they'll ask you to go to your muster station. So your muster station is where you will go in case of an emergency, which ours was deck 4, I think, C8 or something.
It does say on your sea pass, C8 assembly station.
There you go. I still remember it. And you go up there, and they'll tap your card, your sea pass card, and it checks you off. Once you've done that, you can then go and enjoy the ship. You can go and get a drink from the bar. If you haven't done that, they won't allow you to have a drink or anything like that. They'll say you need to go and complete your safety briefing.
Yeah. So very handy, and it is an informative way to, read the safety briefings, and it's for the whole family too. So they do it in a way that it tracks the kids, and the kids understand what to do in an emergency and where to go.
Yeah, you'll work out where your life jackets are in the room. Make sure you're familiar with it. You never know, like safety never takes a holiday with these things.
Yeah, and always listen to the announcements. You can't hear them in your room. They tend to be turned down. But if you hear an announcement, open your room door and just listen in the corridor what the captain's saying about.
Usually if it's an emergency, you'll hear it. It'll be big long honks on the horn, which will go to your room. But a general conversation about, what's happening, what the weather's doing, you won't hear that in your room.
Yeah. A good thing to do is to get yourself a lanyard. I got the Royal Caribbean one. I got that on the ship. But if you've got a lanyard at home, bring it with you that you can hold your sea pass in. because if you lose this, you can go and get another one, but you've got to go and line up at guest services. Yeah. It's a little bit of a pain. You can't get your drinks and all that.
It's a huge weight.
You can't get in your room.
Yeah.
This is a way not to lose it, because you can see it on the table. That's mine. Okay, I wore that all the time. You would have seen that in the videos.
This is the only thing that you really carry around with you through the whole cruise, or this and your phone.
As we got through the ship, through the cruise, we started to carry a backpack with our towels, our sunscreen, a book, phones, everything.
Everything's completely safe. No one's stealing anything on ships, or you can leave your bag on a chair, go for a swim. You don't have to stress about it.
But the reason we did that, Dal, is because we were actually on deck 3 and the pools are on deck 11.
Yep.
So you don't want to go up, have a swim, and then go,
I forgot the
sunscreen. I've got to go back down. It's up, down, and good exercise if you use the stairs.
Yeah.
But
that is one golden rule that we have, is when we cruise, we use the stairs, because you will eat more than you normally eat. You'll drink more than you normally drink, and you'll put a few kilos on. But that's cruising, and you wouldn't have it any other way. So we use the stairs as much as we can. It's good exercise.
Yeah. One package we did purchase was the internet, and we have a little trick for this one. As we said, there's packages on your app. Keep looking at the packages to see if they've dropped. You know, they've got Black Friday sales. They got 25% off this day, 50% off that day. So keep checking it. We checked it daily. We ended up purchasing the internet for, now it was about $530 Australian for 12 days. Now that's a lot of money, but I bought that to use on 3 devices. So you can choose to use 1 device, 2 devices, or 3 devices. What that means is 1 device, it's just your phone. 2 devices can be your phone and your laptop. 3 devices can be your phone, your iPad, and your laptop. What I did though is I chose 3 devices. You get 1 login, so it's your email address and a PIN number. And I gave that to Troy and to Bill. So Troy could log in on his phone, and Bill could log on his phone, and I would log in on my phone. So that's your 3 devices. So that's a way of sharing the internet without everyone having to purchase it individually.
Especially with our case, we're uploading videos and things like that. So we've got a computer that we need to have on the internet. So when I didn't need my internet, I would log out of my internet. Laura would get on the computer to do some uploading of videos. Yeah, so you can swap it around. You don't necessarily just have to have it on the one phone the whole time.
No.
So you might have you and your partner, and you might think, look, it's really expensive to get 2 internets. Let's just get 1 and we'll share it.
Yeah.
You have it half a day, I have it half a day. And
so what he's saying is you can purchase 1 internet on 1 device. And so I'll be using the internet for the morning. I'll check my emails, texts and stuff, and then I'll log out. Then he will log in with the same login details, do his stuff, then he logs out, and we share it that way. Yeah. That's one way to keep the cost down.
You're not on your device, not nowhere near as much as you are at home. You're at swimming, you're at shows, you're doing activities.
Yeah.
You're not.
I mean, Harrison didn't have the internet, so he was fine without it. Yeah. But for us, we're uploading videos, we're checking our cameras at home, we're talking to my parents at home who were looking after the farm. We were closing down your business, so we had to be in contact. Yep. That's just something that we always have. What are the key items that we've learnt to take on board? Probably starting with these ones. Well,
you definitely need an adapter.
We bought this from Kmart the day of the.
I think this was $40.
That was $39 from Kmart.
So this is great because you have your American adapter, and you can change. They've got heaps of different American, UK, and you can just chop and change. But the good thing about this also is that you've got 2 other ports that you can put your phone charger in, or you've got your USB and your USB-C in there. The female sockets on the ship won't allow you to push this all the way in. So fortunately, we had this here, which is round, and it fit in. You could turn it upside down. It's quite low to the bench as well, so you could turn it upside down and then plug this directly in like so. They don't give you many outlets. There's no outlets in the, well, this is on the Voyager anyway. There's no outlets in the bathroom.
No. And there wasn't actually in our hotel in Singapore, so maybe they're moving away from putting plugs in the bathroom.
Yep.
But also there's no USBs on the ship. So luckily we had this power board with us because it was easy to just plug in our watch, you know, everything.
Yep.
But this was handy. Actually, while we're on this topic, we actually brought our own charging station with us.
So we've got this charging station where you can sit a phone here, wirelessly charge. You can put your watch here if you've got a smartwatch.
It goes there, and yours is a Samsung, so your phone goes there.
And my phone sits on here, and then it's just plugged straight in
into that.
And it's all systems go. But yeah, so these are all very light items. They all fold nice and flat into your luggage.
Yep.
All pulls apart. So
that's good to have in your carry-on too, because when you're sitting around at airports, and in our case our flight got delayed an hour, it might be worthwhile having that to charge up some things while you're using your laptop and phone and that. Highly recommend this Anko power board, and it comes with all those adapters that Troy mentioned. Very handy for any other countries you might be going to.
Yep. You'll find on the ship to have your clothes washed and dried is quite expensive. So you'll go, depending on the length of your trip, but ours was 12 days. So you're going to go through lots of smalls, which you can wash yourself in your sink. So take a little bit of washing detergent.
Plus your bathers as well.
Yeah, you can hang your bathers up, and we use this a lot. And it just folds up.
That's right.
Very light. That's a top little tip. Take a little drinking canister. They do have cups in your room, but this is good to carry around the ship. You might make a coffee or have some wine that you put in here, and you can walk around the ship with it at night.
Yeah, so like we said, you can take a bottle of wine each on tour. It's got a little lid, open and close lid on it too. To have a little cup in your room was handy. And also, as we mentioned, you can bring on soft drinks. So I had a bottle of Coke in our minibar fridge, and I'd put some Coke in here and then go to lunch, and then I didn't have to buy another can of drink up at the buffet. So a little cup in your room, a little Yeti or something is very handy. Now this one, darling, this one was all you.
If you're into your bingo, which we never were, this is the first time we've pretty much played it, but if you're into your bingo, take yourself a bingo pen, because they charge you $3
for that. So yeah, probably $3 US.
Yeah, so take that along with you, or you can use a pen if you like. But that was fun. We had a good time playing. We didn't win anything, but yeah, it was good fun.
Okay, and probably the last one is when you're on a cruise and you're in holiday mode, you're probably likely to book another cruise.
well, we are.
Yes, we are going on another cruise in February. It's going to be part of our Big Lap. If you're into the Big Lap series, please watch that next year. But this is going out of Sydney, and the reason we booked it is because it's on a different ship of Royal Caribbean. So it's on Anthem of the Seas. It's just a 2-night little getaway over Valentine's Day weekend. And we are just heading out to sea. There'll be different restaurants on this ship, different activities, so we're looking forward to that. Yeah,
we wanted to check out this particular ship itself. It's a lot larger than the Voyager.
Yes.
And one thing I'll touch on also that we forgot to touch on was the loyalty program that they have on Royal Caribbean. So if you're first time cruiser, go down and sign yourself up on the loyalty program. It doesn't cost anything, but what it means is, like we said earlier, we went on the Quantum of the Seas from Hawaii to Australia, and that was 18 days. So it gives you 18 points, and there's different levels. There's gold, there's platinum, there's, what's the other ones?
I don't know, diamond, club, everything.
And each particular level will give you free things. Like you might get, like we're gold members, so which is the lowest, which gives you 2 half-price drinks.
Yeah.
It gives you free bingo cards.
It gave you 10% off a beer and wine.
Yeah, but obviously the higher you go up, the more priority you get. So you might get discounts on your specialty restaurants or anything like that. It's definitely worth looking into.
Sign yourself up, and that's why. So after this cruise, actually, we should. Let me check the app. We should be at platinum status now.
So goes gold, platinum, emerald, diamond, diamond plus, pinnacle.
Yep.
There's a particular room just for Pinnacle members or Diamond members, isn't there?
Yeah.
Which it's pretty much similar to like the Qantas Club or
that's right.
Virgin.
But anyway, we booked this on the cruise ship, and by doing that, we got an extra discount on our next cruise. So it is worth doing. They do it very well. There's a whole channel on your TV about next cruises. Why not? If you enjoy the cruising life, it's worth looking into. And we only had to pay $100 per person as a deposit. And then the cruise is in 1 or 2 years' time. You just pay it off slowly. So it's a good way to do it.
That's pretty much it for this episode, guys. Hopefully you've taken something out of it and thinking about doing a cruise. If you've never done one before, give it a go. Don't be scared about seasickness. There's multiple things that you can do. Speaking of seasickness that we didn't touch on, you can eat green apples. That prevents it. Ginger beer, a little bit of ginger beer with bitters in it. If you're feeling a bit queasy, there's wristbands that you can get. There's tablets that you can take, which we probably would avoid because they make you very drowsy.
Well, the Travacalm ones won't make you drowsy.
Take all the medication on board that you can. If you can get yourself antibiotics, take that with you as well. You do not want to visit the doctor on board. It costs $400 US to do so, which you can claim back in travel insurance, which that's 100% recommend getting travel insurance before you even board the ship, because if something happens and you can't get onto the ship, at least you're covered. So get your travel insurance as soon as you've paid off your cruise, basically. That's right. So hopefully those tips and tricks have helped you guys. Like we said earlier, if you've got some things that you want to add, please let us know in the comments, because we're constantly learning as well.
And we're going on a cruise in 2 months, so we can use that for our next cruise. But like Troy said, make sure you bring all your medication stuff. Even though I'm still sick, Bill's still sick, it doesn't deter us from going on a cruise. You've got a lot of people in one condensed space, and that's just comes with it. But if you're concerned about it, pay the extra money and get yourself a balcony room. That way you have your own
fresh air.
Exactly. You don't have to be sitting around a pool with all these people coughing and sneezing and stuff. But you know what? It's no different to being on a packed train. No,
that's right. It definitely does not deter us whatsoever. And we're sick on both cruises, and we loved every minute of it, really, when it comes down to it. So thanks again for watching, guys. If you've taken something out of this episode, please think about subscribing to our channel and supporting our journey.
Yes.
And if you like traveling, watch our travel series around Australia, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys.
Bye for now.